Indie authors, do you want your book to look as beautiful and professional as traditionally published books? Or do you want your potential reader to pick up your book, take one look at it, and cringe and drop it and run away screaming because the formatting hurts their eyes to even look at it, let alone sit down and read the whole book? How tragic would that be? You are an incredible author and you've written something beautiful that millions of people deserve to read and enjoy. But if you make even one simple mistake with your book formatting, you can doom it to failure for the simple fact that it looks really unprofessional and quite possibly unreadable. You don't want your book to be unreadable, just as a general rule. I have seen too many indie authors make cringeworthy mistakes with their book formatting, things that they could have gotten perfectly right if they knew how to do it. And these are mistakes that even professional formatters can make. So if you're saying to yourself right now,
well, Abby, I'm going to hire a professional formatter to format my book, so I don't have to worry about that.
I have hired professional formatters in the past who have sent me back the finished product and it hurts my eyes to even look at it. So over the years, I have taught myself how to format professional, beautiful looking print books, and today I want to share with you the lessons that I have learned. I've learned these lessons the hard way, and I want you to learn them the easy way in this video. So today I'm going to reveal the top 3 biggest, cringiest mistakes that I see some indie authors make with their book formatting and how to avoid these mistakes, the solution, so that your book can stand out proudly and professionally among the most beautiful, traditionally published books out there.
Why does your story matter? Good question. What if I told you that there's a science behind every great story? I don't just teach you how to write. I teach you how to change the world with your story and make your author dreams come true.
Before we get into the top 3 cringeworthy formatting mistakes, I want you to take a second to hit that subscribe button below this video. I post writing and publishing videos every single Wednesday, and if you want to take your author career to the next level and make your author dreams come true this year, you're gonna wanna be subscribed to this channel because we have tons of amazing, valuable content coming out this year, and I can't wait to share it all with you. So make sure you're subscribed, click the button below right now, and we'll get started. Number 1 mistake is font choice. I cannot tell you how many indie authors I've seen make the mistake of choosing the wrong font for their print book, particularly when they choose something like Times New Roman. This font was actually invented back in 1932 for the Times, with the intention of cramming more words into a line in a newspaper column. So if you're writing a newspaper, maybe it's a good font choice for you. But if it's a book, do your reader a favor. Do not compromise on space. We need space for ease of reading. We're gonna talk about spacing more in a minute. But with font choice, you want to make sure that the font you're using in your book is easy, effortless to read, so that we're not thinking about the font. We're not doing optical gymnastics to try to read what's on the page here. My favorite fonts for formatting are Garamond, Baskerville, Cambria, and Laura. As you can see, all 4 of these fonts look pretty similar to each other, but they are easy to read. They're nice to look at. They're soft on the eye. And if you pick up any one of your favorite books off the shelf right now, I guarantee you 99% of those books are going to be formatted in one of these fonts. Bottom line, you want to choose a font that is effortless to read so that we're not even thinking about the words on the page. We are fully immersed in the story. Cringeworthy mistake number 2 is line spacing. Line spacing is another one of those details that can make or break your book. Too close together and it will make your reader's eyes hurt. Too far apart and it will look like a manuscript that's going to an editor. This is another mistake that a lot of self-published authors make, and it just makes for, again, a difficult reading experience. It's hard to read these words when they're so crushed together on a page. Even if you chose the right font, if your spacing is wrong, it will be just as difficult to read. Remember, you want the reading experience to be effortless, okay? So study some of your favorite books, some books that you love the formatting in, and pay attention to how far apart the lines are actually spaced. You want to find that Goldilocks area, okay, the happy medium. You don't want too big of spaces or too small of spaces. And this of course will depend on the font that you're using. So for me, I typically use Garamond size 11, and my spacing I usually set at 1.25. So this is kind of a middle ground between 1.5 and single spacing. But you can play around with this percentage with your formatting and see how it looks in your specific manuscript. And number 3, cringeworthy mistake is janky justification, aka failing to justify your text properly. Nothing looks more unprofessional than unjustified text. It's like one of those invisible details that you don't even notice and you don't really think about until you're reading a book that doesn't have it and you're like, what is wrong with this book? It's the difference between the text hugging only the left margin and ending wherever the line runs out of room versus the text filling the whole line to hug both the left margin and the right margin, creating a neat and tidy column of text. It's so subtle, but so important. If you don't do this properly, your book will look like some amateur just slapped it together in Word and didn't really understand what a book is supposed to look like. So please don't do this to your book. Justify your text for all our sakes. However, once you justify your text, you might notice some areas where there are awkwardly large spaces between words because we have the text, the line hugging the margins on both sides of the page. Oh no, what do we do now? This is weird, this looks bad, this looks awkward, All this means is that Word is trying to make up for that space by just stretching the line from margin to margin so that it is justified text, but there is a solution to this. Don't worry, you don't have to live with those awkward spaces. The way to fix this problem is with hyphenation. That's another one of those invisible things that you don't even notice. When you're reading a book, do you even notice how many words are hyphenated? They end at the end of the line in a hyphenation and you have to jump down to the next line to read the rest of the word. Of course, it happens in books, but you probably don't even recognize when you see it because your brain is just filling in the gaps. Effortless reading experience, that's what we're going for here. Now, if you're working in Microsoft Word, they have an automatic hyphenation tool, but please do not touch that. Don't go anywhere near it, I beg you. Automatic hyphenation is stupid. It's literally dumb. It's like unintelligent because it cannot tell the difference between where hyphenation should go based on syllables in a word. A hyphenation should always appear at a syllable break in a word, and that's why I recommend doing this manually. Don't freak out if your book has a lot of words in it because there won't be many lines that you actually have to do this to. Hyphenation is something that is one of those detail things, but it's worth the time that you're going to put into making it look beautiful.
But Abby, how do I know where to hyphenate a long word? And what if one of my sentences ends so that one of the words is on the next page and there's a super awkward, weird looking space? What do I do with that? What do I do if I can't figure out like the margins and the paper size? How do I know what that will look like when it's printed? And what about page numbers and chapter breaks? And how far should a chapter break be down a page? And can I add images to my book? How do I do that? Can I add illustrations? How do I do that?
These are all very good questions, and I have answers and solutions to them all because, as I said, I have perfected the process of formatting a book the simple way and in a really fun, creative way that you can actually enjoy the process of formatting. However, it will take me a couple of hours to go through all of this in depth with you, and I want to go through it in depth with you because I want you to be able to have this skill set, and that's why I have decided to create something super special for you today, something I've been working on for a few months now, and I'm really excited to finally announce it and release it to you guys, and it is a complete formatting masterclass, taking you behind the scenes and showing you step by step how I take a finished manuscript and turn it into a beautiful, polished, and professional looking print book. Because I know what you're thinking right now.
Abby, this looks complicated. I am a writer, I am not a formatter, I'm not a techie person.
I understand completely. And if you're embarking on the journey of indie publishing your book, you have enough on your plate right now, which is why I am here to hold your hand and bring you along this process and show you step by step how to do this. You might think that you have to learn some fancy new software in order to format a professional looking print book, complete with special fonts, images, and custom details and illustrations and more, but you don't have to. I do all of this in Microsoft Word. So if you have ever opened a Word document in your life, you are qualified to follow this masterclass and format your own book. All you need to know are some very basic rules, some steps that you need to follow in a specific order so that you don't end up ripping your hair out in frustration. Believe me, when I first started formatting, I ripped my hair out. It's grown back now because that was several years ago, but I don't want you to have to go through the frustration of clicking the wrong thing at the wrong time and then messing up your entire manuscript and having to start from scratch. It is a nightmare. So I want to save you from that nightmare and show you step by step the easy way to format your book with custom beautiful details. Even if you've never done this before, trust me, you can do this and your book is going to look amazing when it's done. And by amazing, I mean it will look like it just rolled off the press of a traditional publishing house, because your readers won't even be able to tell the difference. They won't even be able to tell it's self-published. That's how amazing it's gonna look. This formatting masterclass is short, to the point, no nonsense, easy to follow. It's broken down into 9 lessons. First lesson, we get started with the important first steps that you need to take to prep your manuscript to be formatted in a print book format. So we handle paper size, margins, line spacing, font style, and size. In lesson 2, we talk about paragraph and heading styles, how to set up shortcuts for formatting styles so that you can streamline the process and keep all your chapter headings symmetrical. In lesson 3, we talk about headers and footers, setting up page numbers so that they flow seamlessly from one page till the end, as well as setting up mirror headers with your book title, author name repeating throughout your whole book, and how to customize your headers and footers to match the aesthetic of your book. Lesson 4 is all about chapter breaks. So this was the bane of my existence when I first started formatting. Literally, if you click one wrong button here, you can totally mess up all your chapter breaks. So I'm going to show you how to avoid this pitfall and make clean and organized chapter breaks throughout your whole book. In lesson 5, we'll talk about word art, first line styling, and ornamental breaks. I'll show you several ways to dress up your formatting with text styling like drop caps or small caps, as well as inserting custom ornamental break icons to make your book truly unique. In lesson 6, we talk about hyphenation and correcting awkward spaces. So I'll show you the proper way to hyphenate and how to correct any awkward spaces in your text to make for an effortless reading experience. Lesson 7, we tackle widows and orphans. So these are the awkward little leftover words that leak onto the beginning of the next page. I'll show you how to fix these issues seamlessly. I'll also show you how to solve the problem of a chapter ending with just 1 or 2 lines on a new page. In lesson 8, we are wrapping things up with the front and back matter. I'll show you how to add industry standard front and back matter to your book, including a title page, copyright page, dedication, author bio, acknowledgements, and bonus content if you have any. And finally, in the last lesson, we'll export your book for the press. So last but not least, I will show you how to get your book out of Microsoft Word in press quality PDF format, which you can then upload to a book distributor like Amazon or Ingram Spark. I was not exaggerating when I said this is everything you need to succeed with book formatting. I will hold your hand through this whole process, and by the end of the masterclass, you're going to be thrilled with how amazing and professional your print book looks. So if you want in on this masterclass, click the link below this video to get access. The class is lifetime access, which means you have it forever and you can rewind, fast forward, pause, learn at your own pace. No joke, this masterclass is what I wish I had when I first started formatting. I wish I had something like this to guide me through step by step and keep me from those pitfalls that I mentioned earlier. So click the link below to get access to the masterclass now. Now, if you're thinking,
I'm just gonna hire a formatter to do this for me.
remember this, professional formatters can charge up to 3 to 4 times more than the price of this masterclass, and that's for one book. Okay, and you might not even be pleased with the finished result. With the knowledge and skills that you will learn in this course, you'll be able to format as many books as you want forever. And you'll have the confidence to go into your book, into your manuscript, and make changes, correct any errors you may find without having to jump through a bunch of hoops to get someone else to do that for you. This isn't just about formatting one book well. This is about building your reputation as a professional, serious author in the publishing world. This is about adding a valuable skill set to your indie author tool belt, something that you can use for years to come so that you can put your best foot forward and put your work out there in the world with confidence, knowing that it is beautiful, professional, and made with love. So if you're ready to make an awesome first impression on your readers, what are you waiting for? Click the link below this video. Get access to the masterclass. This formatting masterclass is everything I've learned, every valuable lesson on formatting, put together in such a way that is easy to follow, no nonsense, and will save you from ripping your hair out, which is always a bonus. All you need is yourself, this masterclass, and Microsoft Word. And if you don't have Microsoft Word yet, you can click the link below this video and get a 30-day trial absolutely free. I can't wait to walk you through this process and show you how formatting can actually be really fun and creative. So if you're ready to start formatting the book of your dreams, click the link below this video and I will see you in the masterclass. Also, comment below and tell me what are some formatting things that you've noticed about books that you particularly love or hate. What is it about formatting that stands out to you, either in a good or bad way? I'd love for you to join this discussion. Smash that like button if you liked this video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I post writing videos and publishing videos every single Wednesday, and I would love to have you here in the community. Until next week, my friend, rock on.